Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to MJC Sports YouTube channel. Max, I'm back at it. We back at it. It's Thursday night. This is a uncommon podcast during the week. Fell a little bit behind. I was out of town, so we didn't really get to do a midweek video for you guys. But we're here. The Eagles just lost 34-17 to the Giants. Max, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. Feels awesome. I know your pain. How was your trip? Tell the fans about your trip. How was it?
Trip was 10 out of 10 as far as Indianapolis and, doing stuff in the city. The game, obviously, a 0. Absolutely terrible. Safe to say that's probably one of the worst games I've been to. Not the first blowout that I've been to. I went to Cincinnati last year. They got their ass kicked, but that was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And I would say this, Indianapolis Colts fans are the nicest fans that I have ever met. I have never gotten my ass kicked by a team and have the other opposing fans be so nice about beating the shit out of my team. So that's all I got to say. And Mark Sanchez is an asshole. That's another thing.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. How the story turned after just a little bit more information was released. I heard Cleveland Browns are interested in signing him now that he's done that. I'm sorry, too soon. One, really quick, where have we crossed off on your stadium list? I'm just curious.
So Denver crossed off, Kansas City crossed off, Cincinnati crossed off, San Diego, Oakland, Las Vegas.
SoFi?
Miami.
You're SoFi.
I haven't done SoFi yet.
Okay, well that's easy. You can get that one whenever. Okay, Miami.
Indianapolis, and that's it.
Yeah, we're at 8. Wow, you're a quarter of the way done.
Almost there. Got a lot more to go. I really want to. The Philly trip is still up for grabs. We'll see how it goes. With the way that the Raiders are playing and the Eagles are playing, maybe those tickets drop a little bit, a little drop in the ticket price. All right, but look, we appreciate you guys rocking with us. I just want to say this. I was on my trip. Max did a solo podcast. If you were one of the lucky 5 people to watch that first video that I dropped, I completely apologize. I got out the unedited version, obviously, if you guys were watching that. So look, it's all fixed now. But I apologize for that.
It wasn't enough to just do me dirty on the thumbnails. One had to just take it up a level. If I knew how to edit, I would definitely get back at you.
I seen the Eagles lose, and I had the Raiders lose. So I was just like, you know what? F Max. I was just like, he deserves it. I was pissed off, No, but look, I apologize to whoever watched that video. I got to do better than that. But I promise you it will not happen again. I don't really do that all that often, but I was traveling.
It's been, 5 years and it hasn't happened yet. So.
Yeah, so it's never really happened. But like I said, I was traveling. I was trying to board a plane at the time. I was trying to get it out for you guys. But look, regardless, we appreciate you guys here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below, all that good stuff. Max, you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to apologize too for a couple years ago we made a video about the Raiders defense that I just feel like we should apologize for. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, I want to take this. Can I take a victory lap on my skepticism of Pete Carroll? And this is the same shit. You were more optimistic than me. Can I just take a victory lap?
Go ahead.
We're the Raiders.
Go ahead.
This is what we do.
You're right. You're right. We're gonna win this week. You're gonna win this week for sure. Now that you said that,
I wouldn't doubt it. That's how the Raiders do. Okay, look, we'll get into the Raiders a little bit later if we have time. But I want to get into the Eagles and the Giants. So the Eagles 17-34. First of all, Jaxson Dart, Brian Daboll, and Cam Skattebo. And
speaking of victory laps, maybe we should have just started this guy week 1. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have just been a lot better because I don't know what 2 weeks did for him. Or was it 3 weeks? 3 weeks really taught him the playbook. Sorry, continue.
I think the most glaring sign of this guy should have started week one. Just look at the reaction from all the guys, from Skattebo to Brian Daboll to the way Abdul Carter is talking now about the team, saying 1-0 mentality. Those other 2-3 games didn't count. Like, did you see the reaction when he got hurt, Max? Went into the tent? Like,
Yeah, Russ threw one pass that was batted down, and they booed him like ridiculously amount. I will say this: I didn't talk about it, but Sunday he dropped a stinker, and that was just part of being obviously part of being a rookie. You're going to have some up and downs. I will say this: I think the Thursday night game definitely helped him against this Vic Fangio defense, and I think an Eagles team that kind of is limping into their bye week, and I think we have 2 more games before, and it looks like we could be 4-4 right now.
but
I
you know
really want to
what?
hear your take about this because I just want to say this really quick. We did the tush push 4 times and we lost. So clearly it's not that OP. Clearly this one play doesn't have that big of an impact on the total outcome because there's so many more other plays. So F everyone who's complaining about it. I'm tired of hearing about the tush push. It's not football. They just kicked our ass and we kicked their ass on 4 plays. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
You can still beat us, and we tush push you to death. Continue. I'm done for a while.
My thoughts on it is, one, you had a point with the whole Thursday night. I think it was the perfect storm for the Giants tonight. No Jalen Carter. Quinyon Mitchell got hurt early in this game. Blankenship got hurt in this game. Like, you guys were dealing with a lot of injuries, a lot of guys missing. Landon Dickerson.
I don't know if you heard, the medical staff was like, we'll keep them out of this game on MetLife Field, which I'm like, okay.
I guess.
No,
I mean,
no
I guess.
for me.
I mean, I guess. But I mean, the fact of the matter is it's 2 straight losses, and it was ugly tonight. It was.
Yeah, absolutely.
The box score doesn't really say how. Like, I thought Jalen Hurts played good tonight. I wouldn't say great or very good or poor. He had a really bad interception, obviously, trying to make something happen. He missed AJ Brown right over the middle. So
I'm sure that won't go over. I'm sure that'll just be a headline for
right.
Do you know how many yards Cam Skattebo ran for? Because I felt like he ran for 300.
100.
Yeah, didn't it feel like 250?
Oh yeah, I had him in fantasy. I felt every yard tonight. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but no, it felt like 2 yards, like at every expense, because he's like running over Adoree Jackson, who should just hang him up.
Can I take a victory lap on Cam Skattebo, by the way? You were wrong.
I had him in my top 10.
It's so fitting.
I had him in my top 10.
It's so fitting.
I had him in my top 10.
I had him in my top 5.
Well, you're overrating him still. He's still not. Yeah, he's still a piece.
Did a little something to the Eagles tonight. That's all I gotta say.
What happened last week, Mr. Fumble Boy?
Anyway,
take 1 week off and none of the mistakes.
It's the gloves. Anyway, look, my main point is this. The defense, obviously, with the injuries, I'm going to give them a pass tonight. It was bad, but they're obviously not going to be the number 1 defense of last year. I think missing out on a couple guys like Darius Slay,
that's not the big one, but I'm like, what do you think is the most glaring problem? I kind of mentioned it.
Yeah, you said it. You said it in your solo pod with the edge rushers. That's another issue.
I know Nolan Smith's hurt, but even when he wasn't hurt, like, you miss Josh Sweat.
Yeah, Josh Sweat.
We're really missing him.
Who's top 5 in sacks right now? He's top 5.
Correct.
So he's
correct.
He's a walking sack. But the offense really does scare me, and it's the fact of Saquon Barkley. Now, I get it. He's getting stuffed in a lot of plays. Second of all, the offensive line is not the same as last year. That's part of it. But 12 carries, max, only tonight. That's unacceptable. And you were talking about it before pre-pod and talking about how, like, the noise is going to get there. And I feel like you saying that is glaring in the game plan. Like, the noise is Jalen Hurts can't pass the ball. AJ Brown is complaining about the ball. He needs more targets. They got Devontae Smith. They're paying all these receivers all this money. But it's like, fuck the noise, bro. Run the damn ball with Saquon Barkley. Keep to it.
I don't mind not running the ball against the Giants because they do have a really fearsome front four. Like, let's not take anything away from them. Like, dude, Kayvon Thibodeau, I think, is playing his best football one. Dexter Lawrence is a beast. Abdul Carter is
as advertised.
I mean, just showing out, and Brian Burns is still exceptional. So I don't mind that. And I thought we did a good job of passing the ball. And I know we're just going to just talk about Jalen Hurts missing Devontae on that play, which every quarterback misses a deep throw every once in a while. Like, we're not going to talk about Denver, how he hit 3 of them. Like, let's not overreact. But the noise, like you said, there's just this part of it. It's like, man, no one can get on the same page. You hear all these reports about these 3 guys are meeting. It's just troubling. I don't like Kevin Patullo. I think his offense sucks. I don't think it's creative. I will give him some credit. The last couple of weeks, he's using motion more. But like you said, the offensive line, especially without Landon Dickerson, is nowhere near the same. Tyler Steen is solid, but he's not Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton got paid. He was a road grader. We were running a lot behind him a lot. We don't have that right now. And to compensate, we're going to need some excellent play calling, but we don't have that either. And so right now, I think the Eagles, like, I don't want to like overstate this. The Eagles are at a crossroads. They're 4-2. We play the Vikings in a week and a half. We know how talented that defense is. We know they're banged up. But if the Eagles cannot figure it out, and it's not just on offense, because the defense has to bounce back with the injuries too. If we don't figure this thing out, we could slip. Thank God the division is struggling as a whole. Like, I think we're still in the lead of it, losing our last 2 games, but there's a part of me that wants to say, hey, we were with the Denver. We should have won that game. We could have closed them out. We didn't do a good job, right? And there's also that part that's like, oh, you should have lost to the Rams. Oh, you should have maybe lost to the Chiefs. Oh, you maybe should have lost to who's the other really good team we played?
Cowboys.
Escapes me at the no, the other one, the week 3.
Rams.
No, the one right after the Rams, we won. I can't think right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't.
But again, it's like a lot of tight games, right? It's a lot of tight games where it's like, man, you could have definitely lost that game.
Bucks.
So I guess that the Bucks. Yeah, thank you.
Mm.
But even though we looked great in the first half, right? And I think the play calling, just to put a bow on this, is just too predictable. Like, when they did that trick play, not even a trick play, when he went under center, shoveled it. I told my cousin who doesn't watch football, I'm like, watch, they're going to shovel it right now. They think they're so creative. Like,
but you know what? I mean,
bland.
Patullo does have a good feel for it. Like, when they get in the red zone, like, I feel like he knows what he's doing. It's really the meat and potatoes of the offense. Like, what is your base offense looking like? And I feel like that's
the
where the
scripted
Eagles
plays
struggle.
look fine, and that's the first half. But once you get to the second half, it's like 12 straight 3-and-outs. It's like, that can't happen.
Yeah.
And it's not just Jalen Hurts. It's not just A.J. Brown. It's not Saquon Barkley. It is a collective thing.
Yeah.
And part of me wants to say it's all Kevin Patullo, but the odds are the offensive line is not playing good enough. Jalen Hurts isn't Justin Herbert. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Josh Allen. He's good. But the noise is starting to sink into the building, and like, it's causing like discontent. And I'll commend A.J. Brown. He hasn't been like a jerk lately. He's been solid. Yeah. Devontae Smith, you've never heard a peep out of him. He's never like just been like, oh, we're all struggling, blah, blah, blah. He's just a professional.
Well, I think part of it too, Max, is like, I feel like they're a little bit content with last year. Like, you ever heard like A.J. Brown talk about the Super Bowl? How
it meant nothing to him and he just likes to dominate people? Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I've heard that statement.
And it's like,
that's a weird statement.
Yeah, it is a weird statement. And like, I feel like a little bit of it is like content with the Super Bowl that they won last year, and they're kind of playing with house money, and it's just kind of off, man. And I feel like they're really getting by in these games with the superior talent that they have. And you've been saying it for weeks. You've been saying this for 5 straight weeks, that they're not winning schematically. They're winning by, talent,
especially on offense. Especially, I don't want to lump the defense in there, because Vic Fangio does do some good things schematically. But we're also seeing you got guys like Makuba who are just really new and making dumb plays. Like, I'm in man coverage and I just took my eyes on the quarterback because Jaxson Dart's running and just forgot about my guy. Yeah. Like, plays like that.
Yeah.
So I understand, like, Jahad Campbell, he's played well. But, like, I think the combination, the defense has regressed, the lack of edge rushers, the new guys inserted, no corner number 2 is really, like, Healy Ringo, my guy, some sweet ass.
You guys just traded, right? You guys got Tyson Campbell, correct? Was it you guys? Who got Tyson Campbell? The Browns.
The Browns. I would love Tyson Campbell.
I know.
Like,
yeah. But your cornerbacks, your cornerbacks,
joke with me like that, please.
Your cornerbacks are terrible, man. Like, Like you said, Ringo is bad. I mean, I don't know what's
Adoree
happened.
Jackson,
Yeah,
really bad.
it's
Jacordian
terrible.
Bennett got hurt on the blocked field goal, so he hasn't really done much.
Yeah,
It's tough right now. It is
yeah.
tough.
So injuries are part of it, but look, it's a blimp. It's a Thursday night football game. It's the perfect storm for the Giants, and you got to give credit to the Giants, man. Like this
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
the like when we're talking about the Giants in the offseason, when we did our preview, this is how we looked. This is how we pictured it to look when if they were going to be a good team.
You didn't picture Cam Skattebo running crazy. Let's stop
I
that now.
mean,
Don't
he
ever say
didn't
that
run
again. Don't.
crazy though. Like 19 carries for 98 yards.
I
Yes, he
know
had three
that was a tough
touchdowns.
98. That
It
was a
was
tough
though. It was
98
a tough
yards.
CTA of 98 yards, but this is the recipe for it. The one guy that's missing is Neighbors, but like their defense, as far as getting pressure and wreaking havoc, like this is what we pictured. We pictured, Jaxson Dart using his legs, improvising, being accurate with the ball, like having a somewhat run game. This is how it looks. And they snuck up on the Eagles tonight. It was the perfect storm. It was, first of all, Thursday night football. Second of all, a bunch of injuries. Like it was perfect,
Maybe
man.
the
And
Eagles were like, "Yo, these fools just got stomped out by the Saints. We're going to show up. We're going to kick ass." And
yeah,
I think we were bullish on the Giants kind of coming into the year, thinking, "Yo, they could be better than people think." And I think they are. I know their record is 2-4, but I don't think that indicates how much talent's on this team. There's a lot of talent. There
yeah,
really is, especially with Jaxson Dart.
100%. And I'm gonna say this, Brian Dayball, as far as being like that quarterback guru, I think,
Proving it.
yeah, he's proving it right now, man. As far as Jaxson Dart goes, like we seen Daniel Jones have success with Brian Dayball. I know everyone remembers the most recent biasy with Daniel Jones and in the Giants era. But there was a
Yeah.
point in time where he made the playoffs with Daniel Jones. Once upon a time, he's the one that got credit for the Josh Allen development, for the huge jump that Josh Allen had in
Correct.
his
Yeah.
game. And now we're seeing it
100%.
with Jaxson Dart, and let's just be honest. Jaxson Dart has saved Brian Daboll, at least for another year. I think it's safe to say. I
I
don't
think
care
so
what their
too.
record is. I don't care what the fact that they semi hit on this pick that he is capable of playing professional quarterback in the NFL is going to at least get him another year. He's not going to get fired this year.
Yeah, unless they just tank and fall off a cliff, which I don't see happening because I don't love to say this. Jaxson Dart he's the real deal so far. He's everything I kind of thought he could be, and a lot of people did. Like we like Jaxson Dart. We didn't love him in the first round, but we were like, yo, this guy's got some tools. This guy's
Yeah.
got some ability. And the Brian Daboll is just bringing every inch of it out. I got to commend him. And like you said, saved his job. Giants might be a pain in the ass for the rest of the year. I really think they will be.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think the Giants are going to be like a playoff team, but
No,
as far as being a pain in the ass, like you said, week after week, you got to deal with that defensive line. You got to deal with freaking Cam Skattebo running through your face every play. It's going to be a pain to fucking deal with. All right.
I can't wait for him to be out the NFL in like 5 years. It was a really good. Does Cam Skattebo see like a second contract?
I would hope so. I love Cam Skattebo.
Like, there's no way you put money in that dude, right? Like, you're just like, holy shit, we got to get like 10 brain scans before we like even think about signing him.
Man plays hard, bro. All right. So, anything else on the Eagles, Max? Anything else on the Giants?
What's the panic meter for you as a non-Eagle fan?
I'm gonna say it's a 7. It's a 7.
I was gonna say, 6.5.
Yeah, about that. They're still the Eagles, man. I think they're gonna be just fine. And you got to look
we
at
are 4-2.
Yeah,
we're also 4-2
Come
in
on.
a tough slate of games.
Yeah,
not including. I mean, just that. That's it. That's it. Okay.
And part of it, they got to get healthy, and they're a trade away. I really believe that they're a trade. Like, maybe we should have added this to the pod, but like Trey Hendrickson. If the Bengals just keep on losing with Joe Flacco,
oh yeah,
someone needs to get
please.
Hendrickson, and the Eagles are number one candidate for that. They need an edge.
I hope so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move on. So we have this midweek discussion. Joey, our resident Niner fan, is the one that brought it up. And we're going to reiterate it. And if you guys are fans of the channel and you guys have watched us a lot, you guys are going to hear a lot of stuff on repeat right now, because me and Max have said this a lot of times over the last 2 years. But the
I
San
think
Francisco,
more than a couple years.
yeah.
It's like
Well, the San Francisco 49ers, Max, are what, 5-1, 4-1, 4-1, correct?
4-1.
They're
I think they're
4-1. And their one loss is with Purdy. Purdy has been injured. And the Thursday night game, you talked about it a little bit more about the Sean McVay decision, but Mac Jones playing great football every chance he got this whole opportunity with the 49ers. And it brings up this with the pay and with the contract that Brock Purdy has earned this offseason. It brings up the question, who is better, Mac Jones or Brock Purdy?
Well, I think what you mean is Brock Purdy for 5 years, 265 million. I know that's not the real numbers. Is he better than Mac Jones and his contract, which is what, 2 for 8 million? Just to put a little bit more context, Mac Jones 905 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, 99.1 rating, 67 QBR. Brock Purdy 586 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 85.5 rating, somehow a 79 QBR. That doesn't really make sense to me. I just want to put a little bit more context on this. Mac Jones hasn't had Brock Purdy. Excuse me. He has not had George Kittle. Has not had Brandon Ayuk. Has not had Ricky Pearsall for all this. I believe he was hurt for one of the games.
Or Nick Bosa.
I really don't. Yeah, no Nick Bosa. Hasn't had him. Again, we've been so critical of the Niners and just saying, hey, you've basically built your, like, what would you say, like their 10-year run? Yeah, I'd say almost a 10-year run, right? Because this goes back long before these two. It goes back to Jimmy G. Whenever they traded for Jimmy G, which I believe was, 2017. So let's say 8 years, right? You trade for Jimmy G. You were like, hey, we're going to get him to a cheap contract because he hasn't started. And what do we do on? We're going to get weapons. We're going to get offensive linemen. We're going to get running backs. We're going to get defensive players. And that's what they did with Brock Purdy. It looked awesome. They tried to do it with Trey Lance, but they're like, yo, we'll get Brock Purdy. He's on a rookie contract. I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to be a hater. While I think Brock Purdy is a better quarterback than Mac Jones, I would rather have Mac Jones's contract and his ability for the Niners. This is a guy who I thought before the draft would be a fantastic fit in San Francisco. And what I mean by that is the Niners have been the best team I've seen in my lifetime watching football get guys beyond open. Like, hey, the first read one, that in cut over the middle. There's Jawan Jennings. How's he wide open, right? How's he wide open? What can Mac Jones do, Juan? He can dissect. He can throw the ball accurately. Now, what you saw in New England was what, Juan? A guy with no talent really around him, a battle line, trying to do way too much. Mac Jones in Alabama was what, Juan? Hey, I'm just the point guard. I got Henry Ruggs. I got Jalen Waddle. I got all these first rounders. I'm just going to throw him the ball. They won a championship with Mac Jones. Let's not forget. I know he's goofy looking. He's not the most athletic guy. But as a Niner fan, can you really tell me Brock Purdy is just like he was playing at a different level than Mac Jones? And hey, I know it's a 3-game sample size for Mac Jones, but we also not forget his rookie season, right? He was good his rookie season, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know, Juan. What do you think? Give me your analysis and tell me where I was wrong or what I forgot to mention, please.
Look, I have the same thought process as you. Kyle Shanahan is a quarterback friendly coach. It's always been like that. And this is why you have to take quarterbacks with a grain of salt. And the quarterback play, to be specific. And a lot of people are going to point and going to be like, well, why didn't Trey Lance work out? And I would say this, the reason why, and this report is facts, okay? The Trey Lance pick wasn't a Kyle Shanahan pick. We all know that. If you guys are a 49er fan and you guys listen to insiders, he wanted Mac Jones. Okay? He wanted him. John Lynch did not want Mac Jones. He wanted the dynamic quarterback in Trey Lance. But what is the major difference between a quarterback like Trey Lance and quarterbacks like Brock Purdy / Mac Jones? Is that they're going to listen. They're going to play within the system. They're not going to play out of the system where it's just like, I'm going to go rogue. I'm going to use my legs, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm going to have first reads. No, like, Trey Lance is a more dynamic guy, a more project guy. It's going to be a lot harder. He's not going to play within the structure of Kyle Shanahan's offense. Kyle Shanahan is not going to have full control over the offense of a guy like that. Now, with Mac Jones and Brock Purdy, he has all the control. Those guys listen. Those guys are going to do exactly what Kyle says. And yeah, are they going to have improvising plays? Yes, that's football. But the majority of the offense is going to be called by Kyle Shanahan, and the quarterbacks like Mac Jones and Brock Purdy are going to run it to the T. And that's what he loves. And that's what we have always seen. Once upon a time, we seen a guy like Nick Mullins be successful in a system like Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Like Max said.
Hey, he wanted to trade for Kirk Cousins. Let's not forget. Let's not forget out of Washington. He wanted Kirk Cousins. It's a fact.
Yes. And me and Max are always saying this. Like, there's only maybe like 4, maybe 5 elite guys in the NFL where they have it all. They're game manager pluses. They're elite quarterbacks like the Josh Allens, the Lamars, the Patrick Mahomes.
They can do anything.
Yes.
They can be whatever you need. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just wanted to hammer that home. If you need the game manager for that week, they'll game manage.
Right.
Like, continue.
Yeah,
continue.
100%. And there's only 5 of those guys. And it's hard. Some people find it hard to swallow that pill because week after week, guys have great weeks like a Mac Jones, like a Dak Prescott. But in reality, a lot of these guys are either game managers or game manager pluses. Okay, they're not elite guys. And so when it comes down to a guy like Kyle Shanahan, because those guys are so rare, he's going to find the game manager. And that's what Mac Jones is doing. He's playing within the system. I don't think Mac Jones is all that amazing. I'm not calling him elite. But the problem, this is where me and Max have the problem, is that when a guy like Brock Purdy was doing his thing and he was having the MVP type season and everyone was, oh my God, Brock Purdy, he's the guy. He's a top 5 quarterback. He's an MVP candidate. And it's like, bro, let's take the context of this. Let me remind you who this man plays for. It's Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan's the MVP. Christian McCaffrey exists. These weapons exist. And it's like, with Mac Jones, it just shows it more. It's just, this is more like a victory lap for me and Max, more than like a talking point. And I see it continuing. I do. Maybe not a Super Bowl win, but they're going to be just fine because Mac Jones is going to be able to run the offense. It wasn't that much of a drop-off going from Brock Purdy to Mac Jones. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Let's not pretend like Mac Jones wasn't just thought of as a complete crap QB before this year. What had he done to make people think he was capable of this? I know he had a solid rookie year one, but even a guy like Sam Darnold, who kind of had his struggles, there was a lot more like glimpses than Mac Jones, right? And again, like I agree, I'm not saying Mac Jones is playing elite; he's playing awesome. But I think what he's doing is proving to people like Sam Darnold, hey, I can be a starting quarterback. I can live in this system. Hey, and not every quarterback is made for this system. I don't think Jalen Hurts would be a great system fit for Kyle Shanahan. I don't think so. And I don't think Jalen Hurts is elite, just to go back on what we were talking about with the Eagles. But I think the way this guy needs quarterbacks to play out Kyle Shanahan, Mac Jones fits it perfectly. It really does.
Yeah, and there's I've been saying this for the last like year and a half, I feel like, and I sound like a broken record, but coaching matters in the NFL, and there's a lot of guys in the league right now that get mixed up with being an elite quarterback because of the system and the situation that they're in.
Well, yeah, you put up good stats, you're elite, and nobody knows this better than me. And I'm gonna say Jalen Hurts is not elite. I do think he's a tier up from Brock Purdy and other guys, but he's not elite. If you offered Jalen Hurts for Josh Allen, I would be pounding on the table. So yes, 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 trade him right now. I don't care. Don't care. No offense. Like I think one would agree with me.
Yeah,
But
100%.
we get confused where these guys are also. I think what happens with these guys who aren't elite, like Josh Allen and stuff, they get called elite, and then you have fans who say they're garbage, and then you have people who say they're garbage, but they're not. They're good.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
that's what happens.
Like
Because then it's like the media's like, we're going to take this narrative and say, Jalen Hurts was not the Super Bowl MVP. I don't care how well he played. He was not the most valuable person in that game. It was the defense. The defense won that game, just like Tom Brady's defense in Tampa won him that game. They did not deserve it. It did not make Jalen Hurts a superstar because he won Super Bowl MVP. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that one.
Yeah. Yeah. And structure matters, situation matters. Like I said, there's 5 quarterbacks that does not matter. Does not matter what situation you put them in. Those guys are special. And off the top of my head, it's really Lamar, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. And that 5th spot is kind of hard. I want to put Matt Stafford, but that's about it. It's really just
Justin
maybe
Herbert?
4. I would say it's 4 to 5 guys. I would even say Justin Herbert. Like Justin Herbert couldn't really overcome Brandon Staley. He couldn't overcome the Chargers.
Well, come on.
He was putting up stats, but it's kind of like a guy like
Yeah.
Jared Goff. Jared Goff has amazing numbers. He plays well within the system.
Yeah.
He's a game manager plus. He's a lot better than Justin Herbert is a lot better than Jared Goff. I would say Herbert is flirting with that. There's a lot of guys that flirt with it. He flirts with the elite game manager plus. Dak Prescott, I would say he flirts with it at times. There's a lot of
Jalen Hurts
quarterbacks. Exactly.
Well, hold on.
Baker flirts with it.
Baker's been flirting with it. Baker's been dating it for like a year and a half, and he's like ready to commit.
Yeah.
We just need like one more like 6-month stretch to be like, yeah, okay. It's
right.
Baker.
But going back to the main topic, it's really just a victory lap of saying like if there's Brock Purdy like defenders here, I would love to hear the explanation. One, say, do you really believe that Brock Purdy is that much better than Mac Jones? Number one. And number two, do you kind of take back, even if you were a person that was saying during the MVP talk that you were wrong? I know it's only a 3-game sample size. We'll see what happens as far as like Brock Purdy getting healthy and see if he comes back and starts. But as far as right now, it's just proving the point that me and Max were pounding on the table when that whole MVP talk was going on. It was like every week me and Max were coming on here and saying, why is this guy getting so much praise? Yes, he was playing amazing. He was playing great within the situation that he was in. But he's not no elite quarterback.
With a first team all-pro wide receiver, a first team all-pro running back, with a first team all-pro tight end, with a second team all-pro receiver. Like, let's be realistic, guys. I love what you just said, Juan. If you're a Brock Purdy fan, please let me know what I'm not seeing, or just tell me where we were wrong. I'm just gonna end it with this: Jimmy Garoppolo, Nick Mullins, Mac Jones, Brock Purdy. Kyle Shanahan has made this offense look good with a lot of quarterbacks. The quarterbacks have not been the common denominator of success for this offense.
CJ Beathard.
It has, CJ Beathard, thank you. It has been having great talent with a good run game, and then having quarterbacks who all share the same thing of good decision making in the really quick decision making, accurate short throws, That's about it. That's been it.
Processors,
Hit the
great
intermediate
processors.
stuff. And I will say this, Brock Purdy might be the most talented of the bunch. He might be. But again, like I said, I don't think he's this world-beating talent. He's not a Justin Herbert, like you said, Matthew Stafford, who you could literally just put him like for all the talk, like you said, of people flirted. Like I've seen Matthew Stafford take over a game. You've seen Baker
Right.
Mayfield.
Yeah.
I have never seen Brock Purdy say, "Yo, get on my back. We're doing it. You are gonna come with me, and we are gonna just go crazy."
Right. Yeah. It's Kyle Shanahan, man. Kyle Shanahan is one of the greatest play callers that we have seen in our lifetime. And that's just the facts of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're haters.
Yeah, exactly. But anything else on the 49ers talk, Max?
No, I mean, I think they're having an awesome season with a lot of injuries they've dealt with.
With everything considered,
fire your strength coach, whoever he is.
Yeah, with everything considered, the Niners are doing absolutely amazing, and they're definitely should be a candidate to trade for an edge. 100%.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. We'll have a little quick conversation. Do you want to have it, Max? I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. I'll make it quick.
So with a bunch of the some trades have gone on. The one that pops up in my head is the two that stand out is number one, Greg Newsome and Tyson Campbell. They wind up swapping Browns and Jags. Kind of weird that the Jags are 4-1 and they're making this move for trading a starting cornerback. I know they get one in return, but kind of just weird with the fact that they just paid him this offseason. So kind of weird. Number two, the other one that I found that was weird. This is the third in-division trade in the last 10 years. Joe Flacco getting traded to the Cincinnati Bengals from the Cleveland Browns. Little weird. Now,
does that mean like picks only, or that's just like players? Like
no, that's just
it's not like
that's players.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like I'm sure teams have traded picks before.
Yeah,
but yeah, I get you. Like, yeah, it'd be like the Eagles trading like Quinion to the Cowboys. Right. That'd be weird.
Yeah. So the only 3 times that has happened, but I didn't want to harp so much on the trades. You know, I really wanted to harp on just a pattern that Max has brought up, and I'll let you take the floor, Max, on what do you think is upcoming for the NFL, and what do you see the bigger picture in all this with all these trades?
It's no secret the NFL has just turned into a lot more trades than from when we were, young. I would say back in like 2012, it wasn't like player trades. Again, we're not talking about draft picks. It's just about players. It's like, hey, I need a cornerback. Give me a 4th-round pick for a corner. It's just turned into a lot of that. But the thing that struck me was the fact that teams are willing to just eat dead money. It's just not just for quarterbacks, but Tyson Campbell, a guy who you just paid, like you said, you're trading him. A guy who was playing solid, wasn't playing amazing, wasn't playing horribly. I just think it's very strange one. And I think, is this going to just be a little bit of a look into the future where it doesn't matter where, who you just signed. You can trade anybody. Are we heading towards the NBA realms? Obviously, it's football. It's going to be a little different than basketball. But are we just heading down that path more? I feel like every year it's more and more, and you just see better players and better players. Look, I know we had the Khalil Mack trade. I get that. But Michael Parsons got traded. Other good players have been traded. Is it just kind of the modern NFL one, or is it just kind of like we're just in this trade-heavy period, or is it just going to get worse?
Yeah. It is weird. I mean, it's kind of hard to say because I don't understand the NBA salary. I think that's one of the biggest differences. I think the NBA salary is so freaking confusing compared to the NFL, in my opinion. I know they have the first and second apron rules and stuff in the NBA. It's really dumb. I mean, the NFL has its dumb parts of its salary also.
I think the biggest thing is there is no small market NFL team. Okay, there are small markets, but there's no team that's like, we can't afford to sign big contracts. It's like, no, if the Packers want a big player, they just paid Michael Parsons $265 million. That's where it's different, right? the New Orleans Pelicans aren't going to trade for Michael Parsons. Like, to put it simply, like they're trying to get those big guys out of there because no one wants to be there. It's like we got to win with like budget. In the NFL, there is no budget. It's like, yo, we all have the same money.
Yeah,
we're also profitable.
I think the number one thing with the NFL that is pretty apparent is that your number one goal is to get a rookie quarterback and pay him a cheap contract, and you have to have that window, that 4-year window, that 3-year window of being able to sign elite wide receivers, being able to sign elite defensive players like edges and stuff, and really take advantage of that. And once you pay your quarterback, it is extremely tough, because if you're not a team like the Bills, like the Chiefs, like the Bengals, like the Ravens, where your quarterback is going to elevate your roster regardless, you're going to have to be near perfect in your drafts. And it's really hard. Look at the Bengals. They can't get an offensive line together for the life of them.
They've tried.
They've tried, but they miss.
Yeah, correct. You know? Yeah, absolutely.
And then other teams, and it handicaps other teams. Look at the Cowboys. They just had to trade Michael Parsons. Why is that? They had to just pay Dak Prescott a lot of money, who right now he's playing good, but he's not elevating his team like a Josh Allen. You know, obviously, like Josh Allen makes the Bills contenders. Dak Prescott makes the Cowboys competitive. That's the difference.
Yeah, I mean, just think about Peyton Manning that year. He didn't play for the Colts. They went from a 10-11 win team to a 2-win team or 1-win team. That's the level of quarterback we're talking about.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see if there's going to be a quarterback one day, or, you know, one of these teams where the players decide collectively, kind of like the Patriots with Tom Brady, where it's like, pay me less. Let's go sign this guy. Let's go sign that guy.
Well, it would just, I agree with you. I think it just has to be a quarterback kind of who's just like, you make me the bar, and then no other player can be like, well, I want more than Patrick Mahomes. It's like, you're not getting more than Patrick Mahomes ever.
Right. And Mahomes is probably the only guy that kind of does it to a certain extent, because what the Chiefs do
is on the deal.
Yeah, because what the Chiefs do, if you guys ever notice every offseason, just pay attention to that alert that you get on your phone about Patrick Mahomes' contract. All they're doing is just pushing back the money every 1 year, 2 years, just so they can get some money currently.
Yeah, but he is like on a super team friendly deal.
Yeah.
What people don't understand is he signed a 10 for $450. The average now is like 60. So he's still cheaper than the average guy, which is helpful. And that's why they've been able to contend for so long.
100%.
But I just think it's going to turn into the NBA where it's like Thursday before the trade deadline. It's just craziness. It's going to be like, holy crap, a star got traded.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to turn into.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think that's going to do it, guys. Relatively a short one compared to our recaps. But we appreciate you guys rocking with us. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, man. If you guys love NFL content, you guys have came to the right place. We do film breakdowns. We do podcasts like this. We do discussions. We do special videos breaking down players or teams or situations. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, bro. You wouldn't be disappointed. Go ahead and comment down below any thoughts, opinions that you guys have. Max, any last words?
No. Look out for Sunday. We're going to be back, and we're going to have a lot more stuff in the future. We appreciate you rocking with us. Juan's not going to take any more trips unless we're going to Philly together, I hope.
Yeah, no more trips.
And maybe this time I'll edit the video poorly.
There you go.
Juan, I need you to edit the video poorly and send it to me so I can upload it. Thank you very much.
All right. We'll catch you guys next time. We out. Peace.
Big dreams, everything ain't what it seems. Glittering gold, both clean. Not on my team. This organic, we don't buy streams.